Welcome back. The Pasuk tells us that Bolok, the king of Moab, was very worried. The Jewish people were coming close to Moab. He was worried they would wipe out his country. He had an idea. Let me hire the non-Jewish prophet Balaam to come along and curse the Jewish people. Balaam eventually came and tried cursing them on 3 occasions. Each time he failed. Before the 3rd time, the Pasuk tells us that Balaam stood up on a high point, looked at the entire Jewish people, and wanted to put an ayin horror on the Jewish nation. The Pasuk tells us that what he saw was the Jewish people were shoichein lishvotov. They were residing, they were dwelling separately, not intermingled. Rashi, bringing down the Gemara in Bava Basra, explains, what does this mean they resided separately? Says Rashi, if Reuven had a house, and Shimon now came along and wanted to build his house, he wanted to pitch his tent next to Reuven's tent that was there already. Shimon was very careful that his front door and windows shouldn't be exactly opposite the front door and windows of Reuven's existing house. Says Rashi, adding on, the reason for this is that way Shimon shouldn't be tempted to look into Reuven's house. Now if we were Rashi, we would say exactly the opposite. Why should Shimon be so careful about where he builds his new house, which position he builds it? That way Reuven, the first person, shouldn't look into his house. Rashi does not say that. Rashi says that way Shimon, the man that's just built the new property, shouldn't be tempted to look into Reuven's ready existing property. The lesson is evident. We walk around so carefully in life that no one else should damage us, no one else should cause us harm. We should be at least as careful that we shouldn't cause harm to other people. We should be at least as careful that we shouldn't put ourselves in a situation where we've got a temptation to cause harm to other people. Have a good Shabbos.